So for 80 days, MWRCC volunteers trekked to this turtle nest, put fox-proof down, poured black sand, did everything possible to keep these turtle eggs viable so they would hatch. I was extremely honoured to be put on the lead of monitoring this loggerhead turtle nest. At the beginning, I was coming down every second to third day while the temperatures were remaining strong and the nest was looking good. Towards the end, myself and MWRCC volunteers were coming down every day to double check that temperature. Every time that I went out there and I trekked out to that nest, I was so happy to see that the nest hadn't been touched. There'd been no foxes, no dogs, no humans interacting into something that they shouldn't have been in there. So it was just always a sigh of relief that I could just take the temperature, check the temperature and go about and just leave them to be till the next day. There was a decision made to trial putting black sand on this nest to try to see if that would bring up the temperature. So we made numerous trips to Blacktown to get that black sand to keep filling up the nest, and it was determined that it was keeping it a degree warmer than the normal sand. So all those trips were definitely worth it.
I've always been really passionate about animals. Ever since I was actually a really young girl. There's something vulnerable and something so beautiful about our animals, and I just love being a voice for the voiceless.
First of all, thank you all so much for coming today. The situation is that we've got about 97 turtle hatchlings, 97 loggerhead turtle hatchlings that were laid on the 9th of January. They were excavated off Shirley Beach, taken down to Taronga to be cared for, and they've since hatched. Now we're going to release them back onto the same beach that we excavated them on. So the mission for today is to safely get those turtles onto the beach so they can run down into the surf and be released into the ocean. So they can, we've got a huge amount of fantastic volunteers working under New South Wales Turtle Watch, Marines, Wildlife Rescue and Central Coast Council.
How lucky are we to live where we do, in this stunning area where we got the privilege of monitoring and looking after this loggerhead turtle nest.
I'd like to acknowledge that wherever we are, whether you're an Aboriginal person that's welcome to the country.
It was amazing to find out that there was a loggerhead turtle nest on the beach. These animals are so endangered, like most sea turtles, and it's so important that we look after what we've got, because our environment will never recover if we don't look after what we've got.
I think when we do, it's going to...
The significance of the nest, the loggerhead nest that we had here at Shirley Beach on the Central Coast, was really important. So with climate change and a lot of the eggs hatching up around northern New South Wales and Queensland were majority female. So to have our nest down here, we could pretty much guarantee that was 100% males heading back out into their environment, which was so needed, and we couldn't have been happier. A 94% hatch rate, unbelievable.
Experience is something that you take on board. You get it from every event that you go to. It doesn't matter whether it's to pick up a bird in a gutter or whether it's to go out there and look after a mass stranding of whales. It's all about what you can give to the situation, not just as an individual, but as a group effort, and it's about sharing that experience, learning where you are and learning from others.
Most of the work that Marine Wildlife Rescue Central Coast does is behind the scenes. We don't do this for publicity or for the likes, but it does certainly help.